Right now at 6, a driver is behind bars after state police said he caused a crash by driving the wrong way down a busy highway.
And the crash is under investigation this morning. We're going to get you the latest from Vernon and Meriden.
Also, people in one shoreline town said they are fed up with huge rent increases. Fox 61's Lindsay Kane is going to have more on their message in just a few minutes.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
6 o'clock, good morning. Thanks so much for starting your day off with us, America Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Good morning, everybody. As you can see, we're finally seeing some sunshine here after a few days of clouds and rain and dreary weather. Meteorologist Matt Scott joins us now. Matt, now we got the heat coming in.
Yeah, we have put a weather impact alert up for today for the heat because it will hit some dangerous levels later on. Good to have you along on this Thursday. We're looking at 11 to 7 p.m. for the bulk of the heat. We've got a heat index between 92 and 97. One or two you may get a little higher than that. So obviously you need lots of water, lots of AC. And if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time, put that AC on, that SPF on. I've got my initials wrong. Put the SPF on. You're going to need it. Radar picture is quiet. Obviously, we're not looking for any trouble with that anytime today. So the rain chances are down low. 72 in Hartford and New Haven, 73 in Groton. Your dew points are tropical. A little, believe it or not, they're actually a little lower than they were at this time yesterday, trying to break in just a little bit of drier air. And so the numbers will drop a little bit, but they're still pretty much darn humid across the board. And that's not changing anytime soon. Lots of sunshine on the slot machine, looking at numbers getting into the low 90s. But when, again, you factor in that dew point, you take it up a couple notches to the upper 90s. Stand by. We've got rain in the forecast, and that does play into the weekend. We'll talk about that, the AC, the SPF, the UV, the FYI, the everything you need to know coming up. Here's the PDQ on the traffic right now. Good morning, Rachel Piscatelli.
I'm going to start talking about the MPH.
Yes.
Miles per hour.
There you go. ASAP, please.
You got it. LOL. 6:02 right now, and we're following some road work over in East Hartford this morning out on the westbound side of 84, exit 54 to Route 2. We also have road work on Route 2 westbound. We also want to let folks know that there is a little bit of fog towards the Naugatuck River Valley, also alerting folks to an earlier crash on Route 8 in Naugatuck. That was due to a dump truck, and it closed a portion of that highway for quite some time. That has reopened. A live look outside over in East Hartford this morning showing you that it is blocking the HOV lane out by Silver Lane. Just want to let folks know about that. And then across the board here, New Haven 95 looks good. Stonington, earlier road work on 95 has cleared. And in Hartford, as you're traveling into downtown, no major delays. Tim and Erica, we'll send things back over to you.
Well, one man is in police custody this morning because state police said he caused a crash by driving the wrong way on Route 8 in Torrington.
Yeah, a Fox 61 viewer captured video of the wrong way driver just minutes after the crash and then shared it with us. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is now in Torrington, and she has more of the exclusive details. Brooke, good morning.
Good morning to you. Well, state police have not yet released the name of that wrong way driver, nor have they really let us know what charges could be forthcoming. But we did talk to one witness, and he says that he actually had to swerve out of the way of that truck in order to not become yet another wrong way victim here in Connecticut. Now you can see in this video these scary moments. Police say just after 5 o'clock last night, they got calls of a Chevy truck that was traveling in the wrong direction on Route 8. You can see that here in the video. That was sent in by Ethan Lagle. He has multiple cameras on his car that were all recording at the time. Troopers say the driver caused at least one crash in the southbound lanes near exit 46 and then just kept driving the wrong way. No one was hurt in that crash, thankfully. But Lagle tells us there was no time for him to react in the moment. He was just fearful for how this could end.
So after he passed by, I looked in my rear view to make sure he didn't hit anyone behind me, because that was my first thought, was who's next. Just thankful to be here, because it was, like I said, had he not high beamed me, it would have been a different story tonight, unfortunately.
And troopers say they were able to catch up to that truck driver and arrest him within about an hour of those first 911 calls about the crash. Now, wrong-way drivers are a reoccurring issue for Connecticut. We cover these all the time. Already in Connecticut this year, there have been 11 wrong-way crash deaths, surpassing last year's total for the entire year of only 7 people killed. In efforts to prevent this, CTDOT has installed more than 200 signs and new technology at the on-ramps that are considered problem areas. We've done a lot of stories on them. I know you've seen them whenever you've entered the highways. Definitely something that Connecticut has been working on. But as far as this case, state police, again, have not released that name. That's something we'll be looking for today. Also, we'll be looking for what charges that driver could be facing. We'll let you know when we have that information. I'm in Torrington, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Brooke, thanks so much. We'll check back through it the morning in case you get anything new. Oh, meantime, one man is dead after police say his moped crashed with a vehicle in Vernon. Officers say it happened just before 8 last night in the area of Hartford Turnpike and Dobson Road. Now, we're told the driver of the vehicle did stay there at the scene and is cooperating with police. As of this morning, no charges have been filed. And in Meriden, we're told that a motorcycle driver died in the crash in East Main Street near the Paddock Avenue intersection. Officers say a pickup truck was involved in this one. The motorcyclist, 36-year-old Juan Cruz, was pronounced dead at the hospital. Police are asking anyone who saw the crash or if you have any video of it to please contact them.
Well, in Niantic this morning, some tenants of the Windward Village apartments are looking for help after finding out their rent could go up by almost $1,000 a month.
Renters rallied last night hoping for the town to step in. We're checking in with Fox 61's Lindsay Kane. She is live in Niantic outside the apartment complex with more on what the tenants are saying. Lindsay.
Hi, good morning. Well, we spoke to renters. They say many people in this complex are elderly or disabled and they can't afford that massive rent increase. Now, tenants say on average rent is up about $900 a month with the new owners of this apartment complex. Tenants rallied together last night calling on legislators and town officials to step in and help protect renters. Alpha Capital recently purchased Windward Village, increasing rent on average about $900 a month. Many of the tenants are on fixed retired incomes or are, again, disabled with limited means to come up with that additional money. Tenants are worried they'll be forced out of their homes with no place to go since they can't afford the new price. Connecticut lawmakers failed to pass legislation that caps annual rent increases, so there's no law that prevents an increase this significant. However, tenants are calling on the town to form a fair rent commission. The commission would weigh in on situations exactly like this. Renters would be able to come forward and argue a hike that's too high. Tenants say their future is still unclear, and other properties in the area have wait lists that are years long.
Raise rents. We understand that. Rents go up. We had rent increases when we had our previous owner, but they were within reason.
And it's disgusting that they're trying to run us out the door.
Tenants are also calling on state legislators to address the housing crisis here in our state. Now, that Fair Rent Commission is expected to be presented at a board meeting next week. Live in Niantic this morning, Lindsay Kane, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
And Lindsay, thank you. It is 6:08 on this Thursday morning. Police in Suffield are warning people up there, please lock your car doors. You can see the sign there. That's because there's been a string of break-ins and car thefts around town. And police are worried that those car break-ins could lead to home break-ins. Why? They said in some cases, when the cars themselves weren't stolen, garage door openers were.
So what we find is those disappear, and if we're not aware of that, someone may come back and try to use that door opener to get into the garage a few days or maybe a week later. You want to try to get new ones, call the manufacturer, order them online, and reprogram that garage door opener so those old openers aren't effective anymore.
Now, officers in Suffield said they're working with neighboring police departments, including over the line in Massachusetts there, to investigate these crimes.
All right, anyone out there needing help installing their child car seat? Well, this morning there's a free event happening in Norwich. We want to let you know about that. It's happening at the Norwich Senior Center. That's on Mahan Drive. According to the police department, you can arrive anytime between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Norwich police said that up to 80% of car seats here in Connecticut are not properly used. They're not installed correctly. Well, today we're expected to learn more about $812,000 worth of grants for projects in Portland. Now, this includes $200,000 to develop the downtown and village district and $612,000 for the third phase of the Main Street Sidewalk Improvement Project. The Lieutenant Governor is expected to talk about this at 9:45 this morning at the First Congregation Church on Main Street.
Hartford police officers will be out walking their beats later this morning. It's part of a program to build better relationships with the people they protect and serve. So officers will get the chance to talk more with people and hear what they want to see done to make their neighborhoods safer. Now, you see Mayor Arunan Arulapalam there. He and Interim Police Chief Kenny Howell are going to join officers as they walk in the Albany Avenue area today.